Kids have been telling me that they see the poop emoji, but then their parents are saying it's because they're full of it. If you look straight at the back of the duck one more time, you're all going to be able to see that. Absolutely nothing has changed. But you do not have the bragging rights so that you looked out the rear end of a duck. It's pretty great, pretty impressive. Put on your job applications. I think I got my job. To the right side of the duck is our next two rock formations here at Stand Tour. Those two rocks right there are called twin inkstands. They get the name twin inkstands because the man who named them thought that they looked like little jars of ink that would sit on your desk. Trees on the top being the feathers and the black on the side being the ink. A little bit more about these rocks is that they actually act as a natural compass. The one on the left pointing east and west, and the one on the right pointing north and south. Only off about 3 degrees. Back in the day, Native Americans would use these to help guide their way up and down the river. And you may be wondering, will they got lost? How they find these rocks? Don't worry, that's a completely valid question. I once asked it myself too, but I think I finally forgot the answer. And I think what they would do is they'd follow the power lines all the way down to the rocks. To the left side of the duck, you're going to be able to see a house up there. When I first started working here, people would always ask me a lot of questions about that house. Well, I was new, so I really didn't know anything about anything here in the Dells, but I really wanted to give a good tour. So then I went down to the local library and checked out a couple books on the houses here. Really didn't find too much out about the house, but like I said, I wanted to be able to give a good tour. So then I looked at the two people who own that house. Didn't really find much on them either. But I found out one thing. He seemed pretty cool, so I'm going to let you in on that one thing. Their marriage has been on the rocks since the start. Show off. Oh, it's Mr. Clean Guy. Looking straight out ahead of us here is our next rock formation. That right there is called Sugar Bowl Island. It's named Sugar Bowl Island because the man who named it thought it looked like an overflowing bowl of sugar. Do any of you see that? No? Okay, good. I thought it was going crazy from drinking too much river water, because I don't see it. But I'll let you see what I see. You have the column on the left side, which is a lake. Then you have a little gap. You have a column on the right side, which is another leg. And that tree branch right there is a tail. You, my friends, looking at the butt of an elephant. I think Elephant Butt Cheek Island just fits in a whole lot better. What do you guys think?
It does.
All right, perfect.
It does look like an elephant.
Yeah. A little fun fact about Elephant Butt Cheek Island. It's the only rock formation here on the Wisconsin River, imported from another country. That country being Djibouti. Out to the left is Grotto Rock. Grotto Rock gets its name because of all the caves and grottos going through it. On hot summer days, kayakers love to go and explore these caves because they keep them nice and cool. All the caves were about 15 to 20 degrees cooler than the temperature outside. Back in the day, Native Americans used these as natural refrigerators, as well as to help gather food. Look to the roof of the caves, you're going to see a bunch of black soot on them. That black soot is caused by the Native Americans going in and lighting bonfires. The bonfires would then attract bugs. The bugs would then attract fish, and then they would spear the fish and cook them up on the fire for dinner. Around a few rock formations. Does anybody have any questions for me while we're on the river? That's my house. That is a house. Yes, that is a house. Lots of people live in these. Good question. Any other questions? No? Just want to hear bad dad jokes the rest of the tour? Do you want to hear my worst one?
Yeah.
Alright. What do you call a duck that steals stuff? A robber duck.
Nah.
You'll all be here the rest of the tour. Right here. I get asked a lot where these staircases go, and I'm not a criminal, says no trespassing. I'm not going to go up them. But I did want to give you that answer. Came back here a couple days ago on my day off, put a trail camera on Sugar Bowl, came back the next day, and I watched hours and hours of footage. And I can assure you that that staircase goes nowhere. It stays there all day long. To the left is a good look at the type of stone that makes up all the rock formations, as well as what made the Dells famous. This type of stone right here is called Precambrian Potsdam sandstone, found in only 4 places in the world. One being right here in Wisconsin Dells, upstate New York, Potsdam, Germany, and Zurich, Switzerland. Out of all 4 of these places, and only 2 of it is found above water, right here in the Dells and Potsdam, Germany.
What's that pipe for?
Huh?
What's that pipe
The
for?
pipes are to help get water up to the houses up there.
Oh, okay.
Good question. As well as like a little guardrail. It's like double usage. Taking another closer look at these rocks, you're going to see that there's a bunch of different layers that make them up. Each layer represents about 1,000 to 5,000 years compression. Taking the time to count each and every single layer of these rocks, you'll find out that they're just a little over 500 million years old. To the left is a man-made rock formation. That right there is the U.S. Geological Stream Flow Gauging Station. And what it does is it tells us how high and how fast the Wisconsin River gets from time to time. Ever curious on how high the Wisconsin River has ever gotten? It was to the top of that brown sign, and that was on September 14th, 1938. At that time, the river was flowing about 3 million gallons per minute. For reference, we're only flowing at about 7,000 right now, so a big difference. Taking one more look at that brown sign, you'll see that it actually says digging station and not gauging station. Yeah, spell check wasn't around back then and someone really needed it. It's kind of hard to see them, but over where those 3 trees are, there's some little ducks on the shoreline over there. And there's one right on the shore of the water. so I'm going to let you in on some local Dells news that only us locals know. Now, everybody look out to the left. You're going to see this beautiful log cabin house we passed along the way. Now, does everybody know that really, really famous actor, Robert Downey Jr., the one that plays Iron Man? Yeah, that's not his house. But the man who bought it a few years ago for $2.2 million, and he doesn't even live in it. He rents it out as an Airbnb. I've never been inside of it. All I know is that it has 10 bedrooms. So if any of you are staying in it, my name is Ashley and I love to cook. I always want to see the inside of that house. For a little bit, and I'm getting pretty boring. So do we want to do something fun?
Yeah.
Do you want to see how fast this stuff can go?
Yeah.
Alright, let me turn on these turbo boosters. And on a count of 3, ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm going on. Yeah, that was it. That was it. Anyone have any guesses on how fast we're going?
15?
Don't get a license. No, I appreciate the pace though. Any other guesses? 5? Anything else? About 4 or 5-ish. All great guesses, but I actually have no idea because they don't have a speedometer. But we're told it is roughly 5 to 6 miles per hour in the water. Don't worry, these things are going a lot faster on land. Going down the hill. With the wind, on a really good day, these things get up to 35 miles per hour. I know, super fast, right? I'm just kidding. Obviously these ducks aren't very fast, and that's because they are not built for speed.